Hello, soul family. It's Psychic Medium Andrea. First of all, I'd like to apologize for not being around uh, in regards to live podcasts or videos. Um, I had a few health issues and injuries to deal with, and so I was just privately reading, but I was not doing anything regarding podcast or um, live videos on YouTube. But I am here and we're going to see how this goes. Anyways, I'm giving the reading for September 25th through October 1st, 2022. It's a good week. Um, what I'm getting here though is there is a lot here that some of you have been going through that really calls for you to forgive and to awaken regarding the choices that you've made. And I'm reading from Spirit here. I can call out the cards for you if you'd like, but I'm really basically reading from Spirit and not any definition from the cards. So I do feel here that this week really requires for you to take a look at what you've been through and what will assist you in making a balance. Okay, because I've got the judgment card here. And when I look at the judgment card, I look at someone who's been self evaluating themselves or others, awakening about situations they've been in, or just awakening to the higher energies that have been um, coming through. And there is this feeling of forgiveness. Some of you may not agree with me in regards to forgiveness because it's a really not an easy thing to do, especially when there's anger still within you or disappointment. But I'm really feeling that in order to release some of the karma that some of you might be feeling, it would be best just to forgive yourself. That's the number one, forgiving yourself. And number two, just forgive the others that, the experiences you've had with them. Let them go. Let them be free. You're not responsible for their karma. You're only responsible for yours. So you're only responsible for your actions, your own deeds. Um, it's a good week here to really, really focus on your goals, your dreams, collaborating them together, really making the effort to create the magic, to really apply yourself to make these things happen. Don't just depend on the universe through your manifestation work. Really participate in what you're manifesting. Okay. Now, for some of you, there have been a lot of like things that have happened where, and I get it because I've been through it too, where you feel like you've had to just surrender because you've had no other choice. And actually, that's exactly what the universe wanted from you, was to surrender, to hand it over, to find the peace, the happiness once again, because some of you have been through some pretty heavy, trauma, drama with family, with friends, just with yourself in general. And, there's a lot of times you felt like you've come out of a battle, a war, where you just feel like you've been defeated. And some of you have lost a lot. You've lost a lot, but I feel like you're going to gain once you can just let it go and forgive. It happened. You can't change it. It's happened. So moving forward, you can do what is going to be the best for you. Okay. I do feel that it is a week to make peace with family members that you may be in discrepancy with. Some of you may not want to do this, and that's okay. It's your choice. But it would be a good week before Mercury goes direct to try to make peace with family members, friends that you've just kind of maybe during this Mercury retrograde have been in conflict with, or there has been, challenges. Um, I know some of you, I can feel, and I get it too, been there where, no matter how much you try to gather your finances together, something comes up and it goes right back out the door. And I'm also feeling that some of you haven't been able to make up the losses that have occurred. And here's my advice: don't try to, because it's a challenge. Okay, if you open it up and pray about it, and you get the signs that, hey, there's a loan application you can fill out, there's ways that you can pull in money, that's great. But don't try to make up the loss that already happened, because it happened. What you want to do is bring in those new ideas. Okay, you've got the Ace of Wands here. This is a fantastic card to really find your direction, really find it, feel your purpose, and just come out with some really amazing ideas that lead you a new direction. Don't look back. Okay, don't look back in the past. Don't look at what you lost. Start looking at, I am gaining. What you're gaining. I am gaining. um I know some of you have some tough choices to make. Okay, I can feel the Two of Swords here. That's been pressing some of you. You've been on and off the crossroads, really trying to make a decision. I feel for some of you, maybe you're avoiding the truth. Maybe by looking at the truth as it is, even if it hurts, will help you make the choices that you need to make. And I feel like a lot of those choices are not just love and relationships, but also, how am I moving forward? How am I going to afford to live? How am I going to bring in the money? And again, I'm feeling, how am I going to make up the loss? You can't. My suggestion is to look for that new direction and let that direction and just your spirit guide you into new directions, new things, new production, new. I feel just new. Okay. And that'll take you into the weekend when Mercury goes direct. Okay. We've got 6 planets retrograde right now. It's tough when that happens. So what's going to happen now? They're going to start slowly going direct in October. Not all of them, but this will give you an opportunity to breathe. Okay. And to take those ideas to the next level. Okay. And the last card I've got here, which I love this card, is the Nine of Pentacles. I do feel like some of you might be overspending your money and putting yourself, and I'm one of them, is putting yourself in further debt. But you might not have a choice. This might be something that you have to do right now, because maybe you have a fear about spending the money that you already have in your savings because you watched it go out the door during the pandemic. But I do feel that you're going to be a little bit more stable here, and that stability is going to grow, and it's going to bring you in more money. Okay, so if you don't see more money this week, just know it's coming in, but you've got to apply yourself towards those goals, those dreams that you have. And if you feel dreamless right now, if you feel unmotivated, my suggestion is to maybe meditate, just relax into yourself, become the witness, the observer, observe what has happened to you and let it go, and then observe what all the beautiful things that can happen to you. And this Nine of Pentacles will give you that opportunity to grow financially. And just while we're here together, my soul family, let's just kind of look at something related to love. Okay, and that's the other thing too. Some of you have had partners who have just really drained you financially. And some of you actually have put some of the situations put you in collections. And then you're wondering, how am I going to pay this and still keep surviving? So you can make deals with them or ask for more time. But whatever is draining you right now, I'm getting the messages that is what you need to let go of. And with the King of Pentacles, you need to focus more on your empire that you're building and ground yourself so that you can feel more successful in your adventures. A lot of you have just been drained out by your partners. Maybe it's time that you think about what you can do to move ahead to heal. Do you bring them along with you, or do you leave them? Do you let them go? I can't make that decision for you, but that's what's coming up here. Maybe there's a way you can talk it out. Maybe there's a way that you can just work it out. You know, with the Queen of Wands, there's a lot of passion and compassion here, but you've got to take charge. You know, you've got to take charge of your own energy. Otherwise, others around you are going to take advantage of your low energy and take the rest with them. You don't want that, because you're going to be like zero energy here. Okay, so you need to focus on who's draining your energy. And also, too, what's coming in here is there's a lot of memories for some of you about an old love. Maybe someone contacted you that was a part of your life previously, but wound up draining you because you couldn't trust them, or they just weren't giving, at least 50% of themselves towards your 50%. Okay? Some of you have done a lot of healing, and, there might be some that decide they want to appear at the last moment of the Mercury retrograde and start communicating with you. But you really have to put thought, you really need to put thought into this. Has this person changed? Now, you could take a risk and see if they changed. Move slowly with it. But you want to really observe if that person changed, because you're not with them for a very good reason. And that reason could be many reasons. They could have been committed in another relationship. Maybe they're free now. Or maybe they were not financially stable and they took advantage of you financially. Okay? Or they were just there. Meaning they weren't giving that much to the relationship. And we got the Queen of Cups here. Some of you are very empathic, very sensitive to the different energies. But I do feel like you need to approach this week with compassion and as much unconditional love as you possibly can. Okay? Because remember I said earlier, there's some truth that needs to come out and you need to seek it. The High Priestess, you need to seek that energy. You seek and you shall find. But there's also a lot of divine energy here that can help you with the compassion and the unconditional love, and also can help you receive more knowledge and wisdom towards what it is that you are seeking. Okay, one more card. The Eight of Swords. Well, most of us who are into tarot know what the Eight of Swords is. It's feeling trapped or just blind to the truth. And I mentioned earlier, some of you might be avoiding the truth, and it's time to look at that truth. Okay? It's time also to put the Mercury retrograde to the side and not blame Mercury retrograde for every little thing that you have or haven't done or what's happened. Okay? But here's the Eight of Swords. You're feeling trapped. So some of you might just feel limited in your love life. You might feel limited also in your career life, or just limited, period. But it's also, you've got comfortable and moved into this Eight of Swords. You moved into this feeling of, I'm trapped, I can't go anywhere, nothing's happening, nothing's moving, I lost everything, blah, blah, blah. Okay? But just accepting the things that have happened will help you move forward. And I decided to pull another card over this Eight of Swords. And that card is the Ace of Pentacles. So you see, there is room beyond the bars. Okay, beyond the bars, there is room for expansion. There is room for growth. There is room for financial opportunity. There is room for new love or room to grow the love you already have for someone. This is a very prosperous card, but it is an ace. It is an ace, and it's the beginning. So whatever's old and not working for you anymore, see you. Let it go. You don't have to dismiss the person from your life, but let the past go. Now, I did pull the King of Pentacles here, which could be an earth sign. Some of you might be involved with earth signs, or just the energies of Mother Earth and the energies of being the highest card in the Pentacles help you move forward with a prosperous relationship and also prosperous in business. Okay, so I look forward to doing your next weekly reading next week. I wish all of you beauty, happiness, peace, love, and blessings. Thank you for listening, and take care.